and it took them nearly 18 months. And at the end of the 18 months, they had this big, massive wall. And Will Smith talked about how on the first day, he was like, we're never going to have a wall. He goes, but that's not how you build a wall. He goes, you build it by putting a brick every single day. And I lay this brick as perfectly as any brick can be laid. And you do that every single day. And then at the end of it, you have a wall. That's how you build your life. You have the end goal in mind. You have the wall in mind. And then step by step, brick by brick, you lay it every single day as perfectly as it can be laid until you have a wall. It's when you combine the two things and you combine the end in mind with the step-by-step process, that's how you achieve things. And it doesn't matter what that looks like. I did this when I was a GA playing high-level county when I was younger. I did it when I became a pro fitness model. I'm doing it now with my business. It's step by step you get ahead and keep your end goal in mind, regardless of what that looks like for you. And then the last tip, number 4, is be persistent. You know, nothing will end or finish or be stronger in this world than somebody that is persistent working towards their goals. You know, when you think about how water breaks through rock and water breaks through stone, it doesn't break through it through strength. It breaks through persistence. It's hitting against it constantly. If you hit an oak tree 1,000 times in the exact same spot, you will eventually knock it over. You hit it 1,000 times in a different fucking spot, you won't even put a dent in it. But if you hit it 1,000 times the one same spot, you will knock it over. You can do incredible things if you're persistent with it and constantly sticking on the path and working towards it. That's where it's so important to have the end goal in mind and setting step by steps and being persistent with it. If you work towards whatever it is you have envisioned in your head, whether that's a physique that you want to get up on stage or whatever it is that you have set your targets on, if you are persistent and step by step you do the right things every single day, you can achieve anything, but you've got to be persistent with it. It's the old Chinese proverb, fall down 8 times, get up 9. Using failure. Failure is just a suggestive way of thought. Failure is something subjective in your own head. You know, I learned probably the biggest thing that's transformed my life over the last 24 months is that I no longer see anything in life as a failure because you learn from it. You either learn or you win. Like, you are going to learn from every single experience you have, good, bad, and indifferent. And it's funny because success is actually the worst teacher. You learn nothing from success. You learn a fucking lot from failure. You know, you ask anybody that's done poorly in exams or done poorly in a show or done poorly in sport or done poorly in any area of their life, that's where you fucking learn, because you come back, you reevaluate the entire picture and you try and make it work better for next time. So failure is just a subjective term that you've thought into your head. If you look at it as a learning curve, every single time you're going to set yourself up on a path of absolute greatness and being persistent with it. Failure only knocks weak-minded people because they think it's the end. Failure is not the end. Failure is just one fucking way that didn't work.